Hello, my name is Laura Castillo. The date is Sunday, October 8th, and I'm going to be going over the bone structures of the axial and appendicular skeleton, starting with the anterior of the skull. Here we have this is the nasal bone, ethmoid, mandible, sphenoid, which is here and here, zygomatic, which is here, frontal, lacrimal, maxilla, and vomer. Posteriorly, we have the parietal, occipital, temporal, and mandible can also be seen from the back. Lateral skull, from this point of view, we have you can see the ethmoid, frontal, lacrimal, mandible, maxilla, nasal, occipital, parietal, temporal, and zygomatic. Then on the inferior skull, this is the ethmoid, frontal, occipital, parietal, sphenoid, which is here, and temporal, inner temporal, outer temporal. So there's the inferior skull. Next, we'll do the vertebral column, which is just back here. This top structure here is the atlas. This is the axis. These are your cervical vertebrae. These are your thoracic vertebrae. These are your lumbar vertebrae. This is your sacrum, and this is the coccyx. We turn the structure around. We're going to go through the thoracic cage where we see the body of the sternum, the manubrium of the sternum. These here are your true ribs. These are your false ribs. These are the floating ribs. And then the parts of the appendicular skeleton, the clavicle, humerus, ulna, radius, scapula. Now we'll do the pelvic girdle and the lower limbs. This is the ilium. This is the ischium. This is the pubic bone. This is the femur, patella, tibia, and fibula. Those structures are the pelvic girdle and lower limbs. Next we'll do the hands and feet. Go over here to the light. So this is your hand, and here are these little top structures. We have the hamate. This one next is the capitate. That one is the trapezoid. This one here is the trapezium. This one here is the triquetrum. The one just next to that is the lunate, and then the scaphoid. If we turn this around, that would be the sesamoid. This would be the pisiform. These are your metacarpals, and these are your phalanges. If we move over to the foot, on the foot you have the calcaneus, which is the heel. You have your cuboidal, which is just in front of that. Then you have these little structures here. You have your medial, intermediate, and lateral cuneiforms. So medial cuneiform, intermediate, and lateral cuneiforms are those. The metatarsals are here. Navicular is this. Phalanges are the toes, and the talus is just up top of that. Those are the structures of the axial and appendicular skeleton.